World of YouTube. True. Very true. It's true. It's true, it's very true. I'm so used to saying it. Terrible Sight is here. I wanted to go over my little guest appearance on the Jeff Belanger show. Of course, this is him. It was not what I quite expected, but it was pretty good. I did get something out of this that I can say is something I've thought, but I don't consider myself a psychic, but I do consider myself something like communicating with the dead, so forth and stuff, an advocate. But he did say something about being, it was like a psychic experience I had. I literally gotten out the story of me and back in 1977. I do not remember none of it, but come on. If anybody, I might have to change the title on that. But it was a kid who drowned in my backyard that I never knew about. And I was only 4 years old, mind you, but for some reason, I think the spirit of that kid might have been following me throughout my house. And the only reason why I say that is because when I was 8 years old and I was about to move out of that house, that is when the dream occurred. So I think in my eyes that he was trying to communicate with me, but didn't know how. Maybe he knew felt that I was leaving, felt my full despair at that point in my so forth, I would say depression or whatever I felt at that time. There went, Pug, come on, go back. But maybe felt my pain at the time of leaving one of my childhood homes, the childhood home I grew up in, felt very comfortable at. But I told him this, and I was kind of surprised when he was like, wow, because he was talking about drowning in dreams, and I do have a book on this, and I did recently find it, but misplaced it again. But I have a book about dreams and some of the meanings, and drowning is what he said of despair of yourself, and bad things happening in your life, and you're drowning in your despair, pretty much, in, lame terms of what he was speaking of. But when I told him about my dream of drowning, yeah, he was, I could tell in his wow, he's like, that's very impressive. And I wish I could have recorded this, but I didn't. He did speak a lot about dreaming, about ancient gods or Greeks or whatever the case may be. Like I said, he did not talk about more or less supernatural, spiritual dreams of ghosts. He did cover some stuff, but it more was talking about how your feelings are and how how your dreams affect you through your feelings and your mind and your conscience coming back at you. Hang on. So as I was saying, I had to bring the pug in the house. Yeah, dreams being, of everything emotional. But like I said, when I said my dream, and that was spiritual, even throwing in there that I did not know the dispatch police officer at the time and still worked there at the Air Police Department in 2013 when I, told my parents and brothers about this dream I had, and I forgot to mention in my comment that my mother turned white as a ghost her own self, like to say, whoa, how did you know that? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things, man, that just happen. But I did mention the other dream I had about the junkyard and me driving in a Pinto, and go figure someone putting up a laugh comment and face saying, I haven't heard that word in a long time, a Pinto, right? But, of course, knowing what it means now, and back then I was told and it did look like a Native American, I would say, don't cross that chain at the end of the yard, something bad will happen. And when I went back there looking for parts, and I was with a couple people, I don't even know who the hell, they could have been ghosts for all I know. But driving out there, like, ha, yeah, okay. Gonna tell me not to cry. I put the Pinto nose under the fence or the chain, turned around, poked out, came back in, and then the junkyard started filling up with water. I've mentioned this dream before. I jump out of the car onto another chain hanging on, and these deformed cut in half Doberman pincher looking dogs are biting, trying to bite my ass up off the chain. I'm jumping up, trying to get out of that predicament. And right, my man Dave from Vermont said, and I should have thought of it when I started looking into skinwalkers, but that was a skinwalker dream. And it was a Native American that said, don't cross on to that land, past that chain. That's how he said it in the dream. It's like, wow. And having experiences with Native Americans throughout my life, I was hoping to get more out, but I didn't. And that was a problem because there was 79 other people there. But I was lucky to get in the two things I did get in, and he told me about that one was probably the problems I was going through my life, maybe, and things. But he didn't even, acknowledge the skinwalker thing, so he must not be really, into that. But I'm hoping to maybe contact him again, through email. I did contact him before this to see if he'd get a little update of things, but he hasn't responded, and I don't know, the guy's a busy man. And hell, that guy's even traveled to friggin' Paris and, done a lot of stuff throughout his life. He had a dream of not taking a flight at a young age in his early 20s. And he started off with the dream he had of, staying off planes for a long time because, he had a dream of a plane crash. So yeah, he probably had a intuition type thing. And I've had that too myself. Kind of dreams, stuff like that. And I know one of my friends, his name's Chris Kilwack, good damn friend of mine, had a dream of his uncle when he bought his brand new truck in 1988. He had a dream of him crashing, going out somewhere in it. And he said, you're not going nowhere. And he never did either. His uncle stayed out of that, that trip he was going to take. I think it was like out to the Cape or something. And he just went along with my buddy there and didn't go. And obviously something didn't happen, and it was a good thing that he listened to that. So yeah, dreams do, and to me, are a huge thing in life. Always document them. He even said document them. Well, everything you can, and mine are very detailed. So, like I show in my dreams, I even have drawings. I even wrote a short story. But trying to get this guy, yeah, it's gonna be tough to get his attention, because if he wants to become a believer, I think he would become a believer if he hung around or even interacted with me, because I bring out the ghost. So, I don't know. It was a good experience. That psychic thing coming up. I'm not a psychic, but I think in ways I do have powers to communicate. Just don't know how to use them yet, so gonna try and figure that out. Hopefully, I'm getting ready to go to a psychic medium and try something. I like to just sit there and see what they. I did go to one in 2004 out in Florida. She did say some active things, accurate things, and I'm blown away because there was one thing that she did say is that I was going to start a business, and pretty much I've had two businesses of rubbish removal, and now picking up on DoorDash. So whichever one it was going to be, I guess this one is meant to be. It's a good little gig, I tell you. But other than that, I'm hoping to get to meet this guy personally and really get into more stuff, because he does have a lot of stuff that he looks into and looks in history, and he just ain't your ordinary guy to just come out with he's done some studying. So hopefully I can get something through to really make this happen and make him a real believer. Until that next video, I thought I'd share this and got one thing through. Something of a psychic nature is what I have, and he was saying it, so pretty cool. Hopefully I can get some more answers to my journey in life, especially communicating with the dead. But until that next video, be safe, take care, and always believe. That's right, folks. You have anything you want to talk about ghostly wise? This is the channel too. I can figure stuff out. Until that next video, out.